Hello guys, my name is Anna and I'm a Ukrainian, and I have decided I will vlog daily from my country Ukraine since the start of this awful war with Russia. And in my daily videos I try to update you on the important real-life situations in my country Ukraine, and of course I'm always glad to answer your questions and to clarify some facts from our history, our culture, our background, or whatever interests you. We have just finished filming new episodes of our new project Soviet Myths Debunked, and this is my co-creator who's collecting things and maybe distracts you a little bit, but this is live and I want to show you the backstage. But first of all, I want to thank so many new subscribers that I have received because of the interview with Jake Bro. And Jake, thank you so much for the support that you demonstrate to my country Ukraine, and also for making other YouTubers visible. It is the example of an extremely good human quality when we support each other in difficult times. And welcome to the channel. Please let me know, guys, if you're interested to have a short question and answer session, maybe this Saturday with me, where I can tell you more about myself, about the projects that we run, about Ukraine. And today I want to speak a little bit about the winter that is approaching, and because one of the things that we have on this studio, and I don't know if it's an antique thing, an old thing, but it looks like an oven that many Ukrainians are buying to try and survive this cold winter. I am 100 or 1000% sure that Russia is a terrorist state. Not only because of the genocide and murders of Ukrainian people and other countries which Russia invaded during the recent years, but also because they manipulate the world opinion, they threaten the world, and they try to make others stop supporting Ukraine because they will have problems with gas, they will have problems with petrol, with other natural resources that Russia sells to the world. Actually, one of my subscribers once described their economy as dig and sell, and this is a very poor, totally not innovative approach because Russians exploit their own land without thinking of new inventions. I cannot come up with the name of a Russian computer, a Russian telephone, or anything else that is popular and useful all over the world. But let's forget about that. And in Ukraine, we have a very weird, and I think it's still Soviet habit, that we count seasons not based on the weather, but based on the calendar. And it's very typical in Ukraine and in other, I don't like this term, but in other post-Soviet countries to congratulate each other, for example, with the first day of spring, which is the 1st of March, the first day of summer, which is the 1st of June, and soon we will have the first day of autumn, September, the 1st of September. Of course, the temperature does not react to that the way we expect, and very often we have warm Septembers or really cold Marches, but we continue doing that. And as this autumn is coming so quickly to us, we also understand winter is coming. And this winter is going to be difficult for Europe, for other countries that are dependent on Russian gas, but it will be extremely difficult for Ukraine. We do hope that this global warming effect that leads to warmer winters in Ukraine will help us in this case, though this is an evil for the planet in general, but we cannot hope and rely on that. Of course, government thinks about some ideas how to do that and how to try and save us, but many people, and it is a very Ukrainian feature, you know, are working hard to prepare for the winter, and they buy lots of ovens. I will show you one at the end of this video, the one that inspired my idea of this vlog, but you can find many of them in various supermarkets. People also think about the wood, the coal that they can preserve for winter. And for example, in my flat we have a fireplace. It's not, I don't know how to call it correctly because it's not the classical castle-like fireplace, but the one with the glass that closes it, and it was always for decoration, and now we think it might be very good for us during the winter. Also, various electric gadgets that are used for heating we plan to use, but others say there may be problems with electricity, and taking into account that Zaporizhia station is under control of the Russian orcs, it can be a problem for other countries, not only Ukraine, because we are famous exporters of electric energy. But people are trying to protect the houses, I don't know, to change the windows. We don't throw warm clothes. Sometimes you update your wardrobe, but not in this case. And there are lots of things that we collect, starting from sleeping bags and finishing with old fur coats that can be used, I don't know, to protect the windows or to protect the doors and things like that. And I know that this winter is going to be difficult because Russians will try to use and influence other people with the help of money. But I also believe in our allies and in the fact that after so many crimes, after so many murders, after thousands and hundreds of thousands of people killed in Ukraine, we cannot accept Russia as a normal country, and we cannot accept their terrorist threats, because this is a way to nowhere. When we follow the bully, when we do what it demands, we always lose. Yeah, this is a t-shirt that says I'm Ukrainian and that's my superpower. And one of the most important elements of the Ukrainian superpower is, of course, the support that our allies demonstrate. So I want to ask you to be also prepared for this winter. There are lots of manuals and information online that tells us how to save energy. And apart from the dangers and problems that it causes us, it also leads to one extremely important element of freedom. Countries should not be dependent on totalitarian states like Russia. It was our mistake. It was the mistake of the European Union too, to have like the one major supplier of gas or other mineral resources. It is wrong. Russians knew that, and in Ukraine, when they started building Nord Stream 2, we all knew this is a very strong signal the war will turn into a full-scale war, because they will no more care about the infrastructure of Ukraine and they will start destroying. So the fact that the majority of European politicians and Ukrainian politicians are normal people and they did not believe full-scale war is possible because it goes against any human logic, were actually made a mistake when this Nord Stream was allowed. And Russia must be taught, it must be changed. And even I don't think there are good Russians, because the majority of them support the regime or do not oppose it actively. And I know that many are arrested, but at the same time, when your countrymen, Ukrainians, are killed, you cannot feel like sympathy for the people who are just arrested or maybe have some problems, minor problems at work or elsewhere, because in Ukraine you die because you're Ukrainian, because of Russian people. But let's try to be more positive, more tolerant, and let them think that we have to liberate Russians from Putin's regime, from the propaganda they live in, and maybe then it will be really easy for people to buy gas, to buy everything we need from a normal, more democratic country, or maybe many beautiful young countries that will appear on the territory of Russia when Putin's regime collapses. So now have a look at this oven that I have come across. Maybe you know something about it, maybe it's an interesting historical model, or maybe this is something cheap but still interesting. When we were filming the next episodes of Soviet Myth Debunked in a studio, I have come across this exhibit or an artifact, and this is an oven, an old one. Maybe some of you even know, I don't know, the company that produces them, with some wood inside, and perhaps this demonstrates the future of Ukrainian winter this year, because Russia blackmails, manipulates Europe that we won't have enough gas to fuel the houses, and for Ukraine it is obvious. So maybe many of our interiors will look like that. I don't know if it's interesting for you. It's not perfect because it's not well cared for. It's just one of the elements of the photo studio, but an inspiration for my vlog today. Thank you once again for your support. Thank you for becoming my patrons and buying me coffee. This helps us continue with the projects that have become important, and I see they are popular. If you like my videos, do like them, but it's Russia, you're not obliged to. If you don't, share and subscribe to the channel, because the larger our platform grows, the more people will know about the situation in Ukraine. And as this war continues, it is our task, it is my mission to make people not to forget about war in Ukraine and to help us win this enemy, because today's Russia is a danger not only for Ukrainian people but for the normalcy of the world, and we don't need the third world war. And please let me know, would you like to have a question and answer session this Saturday so that we can learn each other better. Thank you for joining the channel, thank you for being with me, but most importantly, thank you for your support of our country. And Sasha is also telling you hello.
Thank you.
Slava Ukraini!
Героям слава!